Yo, Chris here. So we're gonna go ahead and do our 500 mile review of the OneWheel GTS Rally Edition XL, GTS XL for short, or XL for short, for short, whatever, it's a whole thing. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and do that 500 mile review. Here we'll give you a quick tour of the board. All right, so that's that. Now let's go ahead and, in the grand tradition, do this review on the road. All right, so I am 500 miles in. I have 502 miles on my odometer as I am recording this. As far as the GTS XL is concerned, or just the XL, which is easier to say, I am continuing to be impressed with the torque, with the ability for it to just simply hammer through things like hills, things like that. I should do some routine housekeeping in case you're new here or haven't seen the other video. I am an intermediate on my best day rider. I am not a hardcore shredder. I'm not some dude who's wicked good at one wheel. I'm just not. I'm just average Joe citizen. You know, I'm a guy with a little bit of disposable income, and I found a really cool, neat toy in the one wheel, and I enjoy it thoroughly. So that's who I am. I am 49 years old. I am 6'3". I am 195 pounds, and I wear a size 13 shoe. If any of that fits in for your consumption, as it were, of this review. So I do a lot of urban rides. I'm a concrete rider mostly. I think the off-road stuff is really cool, and I wish I could do it. I've tried again and again. I'm just not good at it. I just can't figure it out for whatever reason, but I think it looks really cool. I'm just not good at it. So primarily concrete urban rides. I do group rides with a group called Electric Underground. There's several videos on my channel of those rides. Always a good time. Good folks, good people, lots and lots of fun. Now, I do a lot of those group rides, and then those group rides are with like a lot of EUCs, a lot of people like that. So they're super zoomy, and you know, honestly, even with my XL, I struggle to keep up with them. I mean, they just tear everything up, and it's all good. But they're super nice about it. They never give me any grief for waiting for me, and they're just really nice people. So check out some of those videos, and if you're in the area, you know, try to join a group ride, because they're really cool people and they're fun to hang out with. So anywho, back to the subject matter at hand. So the XL, I continue to find it to be very torquey. I haven't had any problems with it, haven't had any failure to engage, haven't had any challenges like that. I did have a brief little challenge where it was kind of weird. My battery was forecasting much lower than it should have randomly. It was like saying I was only going to get like 15 miles, even though my riding course had not changed. I was riding the same exact areas again and again, so it didn't make a lot of sense, but figured that out. Got the battery exercised a little bit a couple times, and now it's back to normal and everything's good. So everything's been great as far as that's concerned. I have suffered from one crash, but it was not on my XL. I've been riding my GT and my XL back to back because I've been trying to keep my streaks alive in the app, and totally and completely my fault. Jumped on my GT and went to hammer down on the acceleration like it was my XL, and then my GT promptly reminded me that it indeed is not my XL, and it reminded me in the universal language of one wheel, which was to nosedive and throw me down on my face in the street. So that was a solid lesson learned, and I'm much more careful now to be more delicate with the throttle when I am on my GT, because I gotta just remember, like, the muscle memory I have built for the XL now is not appropriate for the GT. So but that again was totally and completely my fault. That is not the OneWheel's fault. So I own that completely. And little manhole action. But anyways, so really impressed. It does still, and you might hear it right now, it does still have a howl. My GT was is whisper quiet. I mean, it is just no noise whatsoever other than hard deceleration. And the XL just has this constant howl to it, this whine to it, but apparently that's just due to the different torque spec of the motor, so it just is what it is. It's not that big a deal, and I normally ride with earbuds anyways, so it doesn't bother me too much, but it definitely is prevalent. It's there for sure. But yeah, so not a whole lot to report, thankfully, as far as, you know, the board acting funky or acting weird. And 500 miles is a pretty good test. I mean, that's a pretty good indicator of what you're in for. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a little speed run down to the park, and then we'll wrap this thing. I'm not gonna go too crazy because I'm not padded up, right? But I know this stretch of road very, very well, and we're gonna be going straight as an arrow, so let's get it. Welcome back to your regularly scheduled programming. So there you go, XL GTS Rally Edition XL, 500, a little over 500 miles in. Oh, and I also forgot to mention I've had it for about a month. So that's how long I've had it. So I've had some decent miles I put on it, and having a good time with it. Definitely found the bottom of this battery a couple times, and it's all good, so it's a good time. Still, OneWheel is one of my favorite toys, if not the favorite. Stop sign, and I dig it. So you know, the jury's still out. You know, people are always like, oh, it's such an expensive OneWheel, and it's not cheap, for sure. It's the flagship model, you know, it's got a price tag accordingly. But for me personally, I get absolute enjoyment out of my OneWheel, and, you know, even if I break it down into a per mile charge, worth it. So I absolutely love it, but that's just me. So wait for some pesky cars here. Anywho, so there you go. That is the 500 mile review I might do another check-in video around 1,000 miles. I know a lot of people are looking at the XL and thinking about it, so that's why I wanted to make these videos to kind of let people know what, you know, the experience has been like and how it's progressing. So there you go. E4 Adventure Films GTS Rally Edition XL 500-mile review. We out. But seriously, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I know my channel's super cringy and it's cheesy and it's basically me. And I appreciate everyone watching the video and especially the comments and stuff. It's been a really cool experience and a really cool journey. So thanks for coming along. We out.